it's Bianca here and welcome back to my channel. So today I decided to give you guys a little story time, and this story time is basically going to be about the times I've gotten pulled over. I didn't realize how cute I look like with chokers. I used to think like chokers were really ugly, but now that I put one on, I'm just like, bitch, like I'm feeling myself. Back to what I was saying. Yeah, I've gone pulled over 3 times, and keep in mind I had a permit, I didn't have my license. So, you know, things are more serious when you don't have a license here in Texas. I don't know how it is everywhere else. I'm pretty sure it's like the same, like you have to have a license in order to drive. But, you know, I'm a savage and I drove without a license because I don't care. I literally don't care. I just took those off because I was like, you know what, why do I even have them on? I could just put them back on when I'm done. But if you see me looking at myself constantly, it's because I'm filming with my front camera right now. So yeah, I'm gonna be like looking at myself a lot, which I'm gonna try not to. Back to my point, I've gotten pulled over 3 times and I've never gotten a ticket once. So, and one of them was by a state trooper, and state troopers are like the bitches. They're like the hardcore ones. Like police officers, they're not as you know, intense, but state troopers, if you get pulled over, oh my god, they'll literally stop you for anything. Like if you're going like half a mile over the limit, they'll stop you. Like there's no joke. I got pulled over like in a 3-week, like in a row, 3 weeks in a row. Is that it makes more sense. I got pulled over my very first time. 6 days later I got pulled over again, and then a week and a half later I got pulled over again. So that's like the what, like who gets pulled over like week after week. I know, I don't know what's wrong with me, but yeah, I'm just gonna stop talking and get straight into the video. But before I get started, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, because when I hit 500 subscribers I'm gonna be doing a makeup giveaway, so you don't want to miss out on that. But yeah, I'm just gonna get straight into the video. Okay, so the very first time I got pulled over was my very first time. Yeah, the first time I got pulled over, I was with friends, and I can't remember where we went before we went out to eat, but I think we're at a football game or something, and like my grandpa let me in the car. I was like, "Grandpa, préstame la carro, por favor," and he's like, "Ay, ya, vete, ya." Gives me the keys, and I go like, "God, yes." So I pick up my friends, and I don't know where we went, but we went somewhere, and then after we went out to eat, we was like, let's go out to eat or whatever. So we went to taqueria, tacos, potatoes, beans, you know, the norms. After we eat, we get into the car, and we're just like, oh my god, like let's jam out, right? So me and my friends were too hype, and my dumb butt forgot to turn on the headlights. And the car I was driving, like you have to turn on the headlights manually. Like you can't do it, it's not like auto where like it automatically just has the lights on. You have to like turn it on. So my dumb butt was so like hyped and, you know, into the music and everything, that I forgot to turn on the headlights, but I didn't know. So you know, we get in the car, we turn it on, you know, we get out, and we were like in a little plaza, and once you like get out of there, there's like other entrances to get into like the plaza also. So I stepped foot right onto the road. You know, I had no care in the world. Like I didn't know what was going on. Like I was just like I was in the moment because I was jamming out. You know, we're listening to Beyonce. Who does not get hyped when they're listening to Beyonce? So once I step foot, the lights go on. I'm just like, what? Like the police lights, I see them on. I'm just like, oh my god, like I hope that's not for me. Like I better not be for me. And I look back. Well, like I look at the mirror at the top, and I see that it's for me. I'm like, oh my god. Like my friends are just like laughing, and they're like, oh my god, like I'm over here shitting bricks because, you know, I've never gone stopped. I don't even have a license. I have a permit, and when you have a permit, you're supposed to be driving with a licensed driver on the side that's older than 21. And I was shitting bricks, and I was like, oh my god, like my mom's gonna get so mad at me, my grandpa's gonna get so mad at me, he's not even in my car, and blah, 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 right? So I had to pull back into the plaza. I park, and I'm like, oh my god. And this city police that I got pulled over by, they're known to be like the worst polices. Like they're so mean, you know, they give tickets and all that. So I'm just like, oh my god, like I better not get a ticket. I pull over. I think I was still 15 at the time. Yeah, I was still 15. So I get in, and I'm like, oh my God, like, what am I gonna do? Like, what am I gonna say? So he comes and he's like, do you know I pulled you over? And I was like, no, officer. And he was like, you didn't have your headlights on. And I was like, oh my God, like, that's so stupid. I was like, oh, really? Like, I didn't know that. He was like, who are these people? And I was like, oh, they're my friends. We just came to pick up pizza real quick and we're gonna go back home. The crazy thing is on my permit, it shows my old address from the old city I used to live in, which is 30 minutes away from the city I was in. So, you know, that's like the worst part, because they're like, what are you doing 30 minutes away from your home, you know? I had to tell him, I was like, oh, this is not my address, like, I moved, I just barely moved, I need to go to the DPS and whatever, right? I get off the car, because he tells me to get off. I'm just like, oh my God, I'm getting arrested. I don't want to get arrested, I'm too young for this, I don't want to go to jail. And my friends are just recording the whole time. I'm just like, oh my God, like, they're literally recording, putting on Snap and everything, and like, ugh, I was just like, seriously, like, whatever. But, you know, we were just all laughing about it, like, we're like, whatever. I get off the car and I'm leaning against the car. I'm just like, oh my God, like, what am I gonna do? Mom's gonna like get so mad at me. She's gonna scream, I'm gonna be grounded for life. Like, I'm not gonna see daylight anymore. He comes and he's like, I guess reviewing my permit or whatever to see like if I have like a record or something. And he calls me over to the car and I'm like, oh. He's like, is this your address? And I was like, oh yeah, that's my address, but I just moved, so I need to go to the DPS and change it. And he was like, where do you live? And I was like, I told him my new address, which was like 2 minutes away from where I was. So I kind of didn't get in trouble. So he was like, oh, okay, well, I'm just gonna give you a warning because, you know, you're driving without a licensed driver and you have your headlights on. And I was like, oh, okay, thank you, officer, or whatever. And I was like, do I have to show this to my mom? He was like, you don't have to. I was like, okay. So I just like kept it in my backpack because I was like, okay, she won't go through my backpack, she won't know what's going on. I ended up telling her because I got pulled over again, which I'm getting into now. I was like, let me just like make sure that I turn on my lights before I go driving again, because oh my God, not down to get pulled over. So that's how my night ended. And then a week later, well, 6 days later, I get pulled over again. And I was with one of the same friends and 2 other friends. So I was with 3 people again. So I was in my mom's car. I want to go pick up my friend. You know, we were just driving around, and then my other friend was like, hey, pick us up, let's go get aspas. And I'm like, okay. So we go get aspas, and literally a minute away from their house, a state trooper was hiding. I don't know where they were. I didn't see them. But there's like this street where it goes from like, I think 55, and then it goes to like 45, I believe. I can't remember. But I was driving down that road and I was going 40. I did not know it was a 35. I didn't know that. So I ended up getting pulled over. But I was like, what am I getting pulled over for? Like, it's stupid. And then my friends were like, oh my God, it's a state trooper. I'm like, oh my God, like, this can't be. State troopers are the worst. Like, they're the meanest ones. So, you know, I pulled over, and it actually took them a while to like get down from the car. I was like, oh my God, like, what are they doing? You know? And my friend was recording, and this car has no tint whatsoever, so anything that's going on in the car you can see. So she was recording, and the state trooper goes on her side, and like he shines the light into the window, and well, I roll it down because of course I got him to roll it down, right? And he's like, you love getting stopped, huh? And I was like, oh my God, he knows I got stopped last week. And he was like, I saw you took a picture of me. So he was talking to my friend, and my friend was like, I forgot what she said, but it was a long time ago. But he saw that she took a picture of him, and she was like kind of giving him attitude. And I was like, oh my God, dude, like, don't talk to him like that. Like, you know, these are state troopers. Like, they can fucking like arrest you or something. And she's like, no, I don't care. I was like, ah, shoot, I'm not down to go to jail. Like, no. So he goes on my side, and he's like, license and registration. I was like, shit. I was like, well, I own my permit, and I took out the registration license. The registration? Or those papers I need to take out. So I gave him those, and he was like, this is a permit? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, you do know you're supposed to be driving with a licensed driver. I was like, I know, but I just came to pick up my cousins and drop them off at their house. And he was like, why are you driving over here? Don't you live in blah blah blah? Because my permit said another address. I had not changed it, and I never went. So he goes to his car for a very, very long time. Doesn't come like 10 minutes later, and is like, you need to call your mom, you need to get her down here. You know, when you speak to her, she needs to come pick up the car or something. And I was like, oh my god, like this is where I'm gonna get like in so much trouble, because I didn't tell my mom about the first time I got stopped. I called her, I was like, Mom, I was like, where are you? She was like, at the house. Well, obviously, because I had the car. And I was like, I just got pulled over, like, you need to come over here and pick me up. And she was like, oh my god, Bianca, seriously? And I was like, yes, Mom. And she was like, where are you? And I told her where I am. She's like, okay, we're going. So her and, well, my friend's mom that was with me ended up coming together. And my mom was like, what happened? And then the state trooper was like, I pulled her over because the license plate lights weren't on and she was going a few miles over the limit. So I was like, oh, like, you know, whatever. Like, I wasn't gonna argue over like the limit or whatever. I was just like, you know what? Okay, whatever. I got stopped. That's it. So, you know, the two friends that I had picked up, they went walking to their house because we were literally in front of their house when we got pulled over. So they just went walking to their house, whatever. Well, the state trooper was just like talking to my mom or whatever, and then he was like, what is this? He was like, I'm gonna let you and your mom off with a warning, but just make sure next time you're driving with someone with a license and you're not driving alone. And I was like, yes, officer. Like, okay, I will, whatever, right? So that happened. So I was a state trooper. State troopers are like the worst ones. They're like literally so scary. So I was really scared. I was like panicking. I was like, oh my god, the state trooper, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get a ticket. I don't want to get a ticket. Like, I was almost gonna turn 16. I could have already like got my license and everything. So I was really sad. But I didn't get a ticket. I left with a warning because, you know, Mama has powers. She has powers. And by Mama, I mean me. I was my friends. I always tell them, I'm like, you know why I never get tickets? It's because of these. You guys probably already know what I'm staring at, so whatever. I'm just gonna stop talking. Okay, so now moving on to the week and a half later that I got pulled over again. So I ended up getting pulled over again in a different car. And this one was in my dad's car. So I was driving home from eating out and I was at a two-way. And, well, I didn't know one of them was a cop. So there was two cars coming from the ways that they didn't have a stop. So there was two cars, but they were both turning. So I was like, okay, you know, let me go. So as they were both turning, I went and boom, boop, boop, got pulled over again. I was like, what? Why? I have such bad luck. Like, what am I doing wrong? You know, the headlights are on, I'm going the speed limit, you know, I stopped, everything. So, pulled over again. I pull over and, you know, the cop, it takes a while to get off the car, comes. He first asked for the license and registration, so I give it to him. He's like, this is a permit? And I'm like, yeah. And he was like, aren't you supposed to be driving with a licensed driver? And I was like, yes. And he was like, where's the licensed driver? And I was like, I just needed to go pick up something real quick from the store, and I was already on my way home. I live like 2 minutes down. And he was like, he was like, do you know why I pulled you over? And I was like, no. And he was like, I pulled you over because you kind of ran a stop sign. I was like, what? I ran a stop sign? I was literally stopped there, and you guys were already turning, so like I just went. I was like, what do you mean I ran a stop sign? I stopped. And he was like, we had the right of way, but you know, with the way you went, you could have caused an accident, because what if I had just like decided to change my mind and kept going straight and you just went and I could have crashed into you? And I was like, oh, okay. And he was like, yeah, but I just want to let you know. So I was like, okay. So he leaves, and I guess he's checking like the things or whatever. He was like, okay, I'm gonna let you off with a warning, but I don't want this happening again, and you have a good night. And I was like, wow, I have bad luck, but then it ends up turning good at the end. So, and I never got a ticket once. So I was like, you good. But yeah, those were my stories of how I got pulled over. My parents know now. Well, of course my mom knows. My dad, he knows I've gotten pulled over, so, you know, it's good. I'm a rebel. Quite the rebel here. But yeah, I hope you guys had a little laugh or just enjoyed this video. Let me know if you guys want to see any more story times. I did do another story time on the time that I got hit on by older men. It's pretty disturbing, but you know, excuse me, you know, it's stuff that happens in real life, and it's really sad to see these men, you know, do this to young women, but whatever. That's another story. If you guys want to watch that video, I'll put the link down below in the description if you guys want to watch that video, if you guys are interested. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give me a big thumbs up if you guys enjoyed this. Give me a thumbs down if you feel this was like so stupid. And yeah, and leave in the comments what you guys want to see. You guys never leave me comments what you guys want to see. But yeah, I always get like DMs and stuff of like what you guys want to see. So like, just leave in the comments. Like, I won't bite. But yeah, don't forget to follow me on all my social media. I have Instagram, Twitter, and Snap. I'm usually more on on Twitter and Snap than Instagram, because Instagram I only go on when I have pretty pictures to post, which is rare because I rarely look pretty in pictures. I will also leave up my recent videos that I just posted right here so you guys can go watch them. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!